My first year was really difficult and really got into it. My second year, I was promoted to senior trader, and it just became like just really, really, really liked it. I was making good money and that, and was actually enjoying work. I used to pretty much skip from the train platform to my trading desk, and that's how gassed I was to be able to do something I wanted to do. I was sitting down, talking to myself, trying to work out, all right, cool, you have this money. What do you actually want to do long term? Because it's a lot harder. Our wins are way greater because I'm winning with people who would literally go into war with me. We recently did an event with Amazon, and we thought Amazon were one of the companies who are least likely to want to work with us off the back of everything that's happened. So there are companies who are actively fighting against it. And Amazon's, MNC Saatchi, Netflix being one. I was sitting down, talking to myself, trying to work out, all right, cool, you have this money. What do you actually want to do long term? Because there's only so long you can actually just be like a professional gambler, professional sports trader or whatever. Like there's got to be more to everything than this. So I decided to take some time out to do some autodidactism, self-independent study, and just like learning all the things I didn't learn in school. Very much trying to teach myself like how the world works. It's like everything from macroeconomics, microeconomics, politics, geopolitics, philosophy, ethics, etc. Just literally everything I didn't learn about in school. Just let me just dedicate the whole 2020 to doing this, to come out of 2020 with some idea of something I want to do like forever.
Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be joined by a guest that has been doing so well in the game. This is someone that we followed for years, and I've got so many questions to ask about how he has managed to grow such a community in the space. Without giving too much away, he is the founder of CashBlack and Afrofiliate. And I'm interested in hearing about how he's a co-founder and also how he's built a business with his brothers. So introducing Matthew Addai. Hello.
Thanks a lot for having me. That intro, I was thinking, who's she talking about?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Well, this is what I've seen. Like, I'm sure behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. But in terms of the snippets of when I've seen you at events and the networking and bringing out the brand, you always have the CashBlack hoodie or a shirt as well. So, you cannot mistake it. So it's just that hustle.
Nah, thanks a lot.
That I love. But in terms of introducing, maybe if you can give us a snippet of your journey and what brought you to founding two businesses at the same time.
On a bit of a sabbatical back in 2020. Well, before that, I was made redundant in 2019. I was a trader for a hedge fund that bet on sports. So that was like my literal dream job. As in like getting paid to bet on football and like getting a salary if you win or lose. It was the best job in the world for me. I really enjoyed it. But it was only...
Never heard about that. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Sounds
you only know me from literally from entrepreneur, man. I had a whole life. I was actually enjoying work and that before all of it. Now I'm joking. But before all of that, I could even go back further, actually. Finished university with, actually even before that, went into university doing business studies and computer science. Realised halfway through it that I want to be a rich hedge fund, can't even say it no more. Hedge fund. I've been out of the game so long.
Yeah.
I haven't even told this part of the story for so long that it's so much new to me. I wanted to work for a hedge fund, be a hedge fund trader, and just be like one of those like rich, like undesirable, like insufferable people that people, the ones you really dislike. I wanted to be
the
it.
outfit with the gilet.
Them man,
the money guy,
a money guy. Literally wanted to be that. I worked that out a bit late into university, so I kind of had to do a bit of a pivot from business and computer science to doing a master's in finance and investment management.
Interesting.
Did that, graduated around the time when everyone was getting let go from finance positions, which wasn't ideal for any graduate looking to work in like investment banking, corporate banking, hedge funds or whatever. So
in the early 2010s, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like 20. This would have been the whole time. I went uni basically 2007 to 2011, 4 years. In fact, so pretty much when I think about it, I did the whole education thing from like nursery to master's degree with no break. So I left there thinking that, all right, cool, gonna walk into work. Me, loads of other people just around that time was difficult. So I ended up trading for myself for a while, and then trading on sports, effectively betting on sport the same way people bet on like currencies or commodities, etc. Did that for a few years, then got a job at a bookmaker once I realized that it's only sustainable for so long, like being a professional gambler from your bedroom. So I worked for a bookmaker for a year or so, and then or a bookmaking solution provider for a year or so. Then I got a job at a hedge fund which traded on sports, which was like like the perfect combination between my educational pursuits and my like personal like passion pursuits, like so like sport, like football, like betting on it. So it was going to pay me to bet on it in the same way I would have been paid to bet on finance. It's like, yeah, dream job, no brainer. So did that for my first year. It was really difficult and really got into it. My second year, I was promoted to senior trader, and it just became like just really, really, really liked it. I was making good money and that, and was actually enjoying work. I used to pretty much skip from the train platform to my trading desk, and that's how gassed I was to be able to do something I wanted to do, rather than something that like I had to do work wise and that. But like all good things, I suppose, came to an end. The company got sold to Blockchain Limited. So around the time like crypto was very much taking over, so the quants and the engineering team all got taken over, or acquired by the new company. I was let go, but I was let go with like the knowledge of what I'd already done before. So I was like, yeah, I could do this myself, like indefinitely. So spent, I think 2019 it was, just trading for myself and still making good money, like making still really good money, good enough money that I didn't really care about work as such, to the point where 2020 hit, January 2020 hit, and I gave myself like sort of like almost a sitting down, talking to myself, trying to work out, all right, cool, you have this money, what do you actually want to do long term? Because there's only so long you can actually just be like a professional gambler, professional sports trader or whatever. Like there's got to be more to everything than this. So I decided to take some time out to do some autodidactism, self-independent study, and just like learning all the things I didn't learn in school. Very much trying to teach myself like how the world works, just like everything from microeconomics, politics, geopolitics, philosophy, ethics, etc. Just literally everything I didn't learn about in school. Just let me just dedicate the whole 2020 to doing this, to come out of 2020 with some idea of something I want to do for like forever.
Yeah.
And so like
by gaining a lot of knowledge first.
Yeah, I mean, we're surrounded by like the internet. There's no excuse as to why I shouldn't know stuff. Like, I was just learning random stuff as well. Now that I think about it, little things like I didn't know how the moon came to exist, for instance. Like that's how far back I went. I went to like from Big Bang to now, like one day where I was just doing some like I don't know.
From the beginning.
Literally like billions of years ago up till now, sort of like history marathon, and like finding out that it was caused by a comet striking the earth, and then like that piece of the earth like became the moon and stuff. It was like, why wasn't I taught this in school? Like, but yeah, so halfway through all of that 2020, trying to teach myself how the world works, we had obviously the pandemic, the recession, and of course the global anti-racism movement. I feel like me and the rest of the world got a better idea of how the world works. And I'd already been doing, like I said, all the research or independent study on like social issues, socioeconomic issues, especially with regard to racism and its impact on us as a people, both on a social sense and more importantly on a socioeconomic sense as well. Because the latest wave at the time of the BLM movement came about, then came all the different statistics we started hearing about, and then all the different statements being made by the major organizations and political figures and etc. Just it all very much came on top and it very much came to the forefront. And I'd already been researching why things were.
Isn't that interesting that you'd already started to lay down the groundwork? And also you were, essentially, I'm not saying you were free to start something, but it's almost like you started doing the research before knowing that you're going to need all this knowledge for.
Because I'd already been, like I said, trying to work out what I wanted to do for my forever. So I'd already had like my notes full of business ideas, loads of business ideas. Some of them have actually come to pass from other people. Like I'd be watching Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, I'd be like, you know, that Leonardo DiCaprio movie from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he's pointing, and it's literally like me. Like for a solid couple of months, I was like, everyone's actually doing these cool things I thought of, and that. So like one of these, one of these ideas is going to bang definitely. But yeah, racism and the socioeconomic impacts of it. That was one where I was like, well, this actually affects me, like on a personal level. Like I remember just watching the news constantly around that time and just feeling worse and worse and worse about it. Not bad enough to, I used to say not bad enough to do something about it, in a sense that people were out protesting, people were doing stuff, and I was thinking to myself, I don't want to just do something that is just for the sake of doing something. I want to do something which, not saying that what they were doing was performative or what have you, but I wanted to do more.
That's interesting, like, because I felt the same at the time where it's like, because I've never done that before, like going out on the street, but then thinking of ways that you can make an impact in your own way. And I don't think it takes it away in terms of like, not everyone has to go on the street. Some people have to kind of sit down, think, and then put some actions in plan. But I felt the same at the time, kind of like, well, what can I do that feels closer to home and that feels like it's the natural thing to do?
Yeah, that's not to denigrate anybody who did that, because like some of the biggest
We
movements
need
we've
them.
made
Yes.
have been off of the back of grassroots efforts like that.
Yes.
But I thought, like, there's something here that I can do. And so, doing my research, I found that there's definitely a correlation between the lack of support for Black-owned businesses and the issues that we as a people face. And I thought one of the best ways to try and fix these issues would be to try and find a way to incentivize patronage in Black-owned businesses by having the Black-owned businesses reinvest back into the patrons. So spitballing ideas from my two younger brothers, looking for something entrepreneurial to do, like so many people were around that time. I mean, like Roots to Fruits, you guys even started around 2020, right?
Definitely, just 2020. It was summer 2020.
There you go. So many of us, like, we were just one of countless amount of companies thinking to ourselves, how about, I don't know, a cashback website, cashback website for Black-owned businesses. Why don't we call it CashBlack? And what started off as a play on words turned into our tech company.
Yes, a whole brand as well. And was at the same time as Afrofiliate.
Well, the thing about cashback websites, which we didn't know about at all, because honestly, it was just a play on words. Literally, it was just like, that's a cool name, so let's run this as a company. So we soon found out that, okay, cool, cashback websites, they work with affiliate networks to basically do all the tracking of the clicks and conversions and that. So just to break it down a bit, cashback works in the sense of you being rewarded with a share of the affiliate commissions that is earned by the platform that's promoting it. So literal example of CashBlack, if you were to make purchase through us for, say, £100 from Fenty Beauty or Savage by Fenty, Rihanna would give us £20 as a thank you for directing you to the site, making that purchase. She gives us that £20 and then we reward you with £10 of that as a cashback reward. And what we do at CashBlack is you can withdraw that money and we keep our profit as well. But if you donate to one of our affiliated goodwill causes, we match that donation 100%. So we realized that, okay, cool. So to connect with all of these major brands like Fenty Beauties of the world or the Billionaire Boys Club, etc. of the world, we need to work with loads of different affiliate networks. But loads of the businesses who we want on the platform, small, medium enterprises, they're not on those major affiliate networks. So we probably would have to create our own to host all of them. That can't be too difficult, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally it was. Like everything else we've done over the last 5 years. But I think 2 years later, we went live with Afrofiliate, which has evolved into an affiliate network that connects Black-owned brands with content creators and media houses, basically enabling them to convert their loyal customers into economically incentivized brand ambassadors so that anybody can earn their own passive or active income by promoting Black-owned businesses to their audiences. And then now we also work as somewhat of an agency of sorts, where we connect Black creators with major organizations who want to be able to tap into Black or diverse audiences.
Amazing.
So we've gone from spinning one plate with just a cashback website into maybe 6 or 7 now across what cashback does and Afrofiliate does as well. It's loads and loads of loads from what was first ideated, literally the whiteboard we have from September 2020 to now. We haven't touched it since then. And every now and then I look back on it and it's just, oh wow, we're actually doing a lot of the stuff that we said we were going to do. It's grown to embody what we first envisaged as a company. And it's every now and then just taking a look back and it's like, oh wow, this was actually our idea and we're actually executing it. So
Amazing. How is it working with your brothers?
Everyone asks this because just once you hear that my co-founders or my brothers, or I get past the whole jokes about introducing them as like, oh, my co-founders or brothers, as our mum likes to call us. So, yeah, that's a crowd pleaser. Every time I do a pitch, I'm like, oh, no one's laughed yet. All right, how do I quickly fast forward to that one line about John and Nick where everyone laughs and I can get everyone on side? There it is. Yeah, it works. And then what did I say afterwards? Most people meet their co-founders at networking events. I met mine in the maternity ward, and then everyone laughs again, and I'm like, yeah, light work. And then I carry on with just like breezing about whatever the company does with that. But yeah, I'm so rehearsed of it. It is.
And as a founder, I know how it is because like you do so many of these like
all the time
networking events. And
basically A/B testing conversations. It's weird. So there's absolutely nothing I'm saying to you that I haven't said at least like 10 minutes before we started or whatever, because it's just but to answer the question how it is working with them, this is actually a new answer I've been drafting, so bear with me.
Go on. You heard it here first.
Honestly, it's harder. It's harder. It's a lot harder because everything is a bit more extreme, right? So, a real practical example: before like university, sixth form, me and my two friends, we had a promotions company where we would, like, as 17-year-olds, we would hire out bars or like clubs, even as sixth formers. And we would be able to, and we would basically just run them as nightclubs, like for 17-year-olds, which was hugely illegal, but yeah, we didn't care. We were very much 17-year-old ballers. Yeah,
doing the business.
Yeah. Just a quick segue, because that was me and two other people, me and my two friends from school, as like a company, as it were, where we would literally controlling the underage drinking market in Hertfordshire around that age. So we were 3 co-founders, and it was almost of no consequence if things didn't really work out, because, apart from the fact that we were 17 and we weren't even legally allowed to sign contracts, so if it all got locked off, we wouldn't go jail, and I think it would be the venue sort of renting the place out for us. But beyond that, it wasn't that deep because we were just 3 guys doing it. In the same way, if I was to do the same thing now with my 2 friends or whatever, it would just be, it maybe an end of a friendship, it didn't work out, but so
you don't have to see them.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one way of looking at it, in the sense that there's no real eternal fallout from it. So working with my brothers is harder for the obvious reason that you can't just like separate it like that. But then it has a different element to it, because I'm the oldest of the 3 of us, and so as a CEO, older brother, I kind of can't mess this up. Like, I every now and then I sit and think, because we'll all be working like online separately or just together or whatever, and I'd be thinking to myself, wow, they're actually putting the work in here, and they've really bought into this, because as much as it was our idea, I very much just said, yeah, we're doing this now. Do you know what I mean? It's just like,
were they at uni, or one of them was at uni?
Yeah. Nick was, in fact, that's 5 years ago. What was he? He hadn't started uni, actually.
Okay.
So this was before it, and it was just like, Nick, you're good with computers. You're going to be our CTO. John, you work in sales. You're going to be our COO. So this was like me. I'm the older brother, so I'm obviously CEO. But now, trust me, it's a cool idea, and we're all going to be rich soon. So don't watch that. And they're like, all right, cool. And now I kind of have to deliver, because we've all very much put our lives on hold to make sure that this all pans out. And so the reason why I say it's harder is because startups, they're statistically supposed to fail. Do you know what I mean? Within the first 5 years, was it 95% are supposed to go under or whatever? So do you know what I mean? And this stat changes all the time, especially with like just the huge boom in startups, like the popularity in them over the last few years and everything. You see them like boom bust all the time, and we're not supposed to make it, which means that I'm very much dragging them on a ride which is supposed to crash. And if it crashes with friends, just like, remember that thing we tried? Yeah, it didn't work out. But with them, it's like, I can't really, it can't fail. It's on a personal level for me. I'm not someone who's going to let something go anyway. Got really, really, really bad like insecure attachment issues in general, particularly with CashBlack and Afrofiliate, to the point where I'm just not going to let this not work out. That's like impossible. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's that, which means that it can't. But then I've also got them locked in with it as well. So it's just like, as much as I'm more than happy to like die at my desk, like obviously not literally, or maybe literally, we'll see. So as much as I am, I very much dragged my two co-founders into this as well, who've unknowingly or knowingly signed up to the same thing where it has to work. And so it has the positives where our wins are bigger.
Right.
Like winning with my two co-founders when I was back at school, sixth form, whatever. With them, it was cool. We'd win. End of the night, we'd literally get all of the money that we made and be able to like have money fights, throwing cash at each other from a night of like selling tickets to like 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds for to have a nightclub night at a bar, whatever. And we were just like, yeah, we're ballers, we've won, whatever. Those wins are great. There's similar things today with John and Nick, my brothers, where we'd be I don't know, at the end of our event we had with Netflix the other day, we take the photos in front of the big Netflix N or whatever, or at Amazon in front of the big Amazon smile logo, or at Financial Times, all of those ones, or when we're accepting awards together, like the three of us, it just all looks good. The optics are great.
Yeah.
Our parents are super proud and that.
Yeah.
My mum could spam photos of us in the aunties group chat.
I'm sure she has been.
Yeah, of course. Those W's are huge. Huge. Not even vanity metrics, because they all kind of mean stuff as well.
They really do.
They do.
Because it opens up other doors.
Of course. And it's all like tangible proof of how we've developed over the year, not just as a family, as brothers or whatever, as actual founders in that regard. But then they're bigger, but then our losses are way bigger as well. So, I mean, all businesses take L's, all people take L's. So when businesses take L's, like with like me and my friends back at school, we'd have some nights which didn't work out well. We tried running it like an actual proper business where, you know, we'd be letting adults in as opposed to kids. And naturally, we'd have some events where there were more bouncers than party goers. So a complete flop. And we'd look at each other like, yeah, this didn't work out.
Yeah. And I can imagine in the moment as well, it's like it's so evident when you're in the room. So I feel like that's a good lesson at a young age where you can take a loss. And feel like, you know what, we'll go again.
It's character building.
Yeah, it really is.
But those kind of losses are way harder with family. Way harder, especially because the stakes are higher as well. Back then, we lose money, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll just go back home. We've got school tomorrow or whatever. Now
it was local as well.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like the brand that you've built, it's recognized all over.
Yeah.
And I did have a question about like branching into the US, because I noticed that on your website you can kind of shop US brands as well. So you're international.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. I mean, those sorts of ambitions and that in building in public means that with them two, with my brothers, I can't afford to lose. There can't be any half-stepping or there can't be, I'll try my best. No, we kind of have to execute, and we have to execute well. We have to deliver on everything we set out to.
Yeah.
So, like, just to answer the question, I suppose, it's a lot harder. Our wins are way greater because I'm winning with people who would literally go into war with me. So winning, being a war winner. Yeah, it very much is. It's every day is very much a battle. So, but then at the same time, the losses are exacerbated exponentially. So yeah, it's just harder. But as long as we were able to win, then we'll be better for it.
Yeah, and I feel like just to add to that, to say I feel like you already are, because you're already making an impact. But I'm sure there is an actual KPI that you have that you're like, once this is ticked, then you might feel like, okay,
loads,
we've won. So hopefully when that arrives, amazing. But the journey that you've been on already has been inspiring. So
thanks a lot.
Yes, and I think in terms of where you see yourself in a few years, so you're expanding, right? I've seen the US side of things. Are you going to go into Europe too? Because I'm pretty sure there are other brands in Europe that are Black owned, so I'm sure there'll be a market there.
I mean, we were supposed to be there now. All things equal, I would have been in LA off the back of a few trade missions we've been on with the British consulate to California, and I would have been like, nah, sorry, Arlene, I can't. I'm currently on Venice Beach.
Can you fly to LA so we can do it in the studio?
I wouldn't even join a Zoom call for you. Nah, hell no. Now, of course I would. But honestly, we were supposed to be over there, but because of circumstances beyond our control regarding those 3 letters which, and the war on those three letters, it's just meant everything is a bit more, I don't know, for want of a better word, difficult than it was before. So, context, the war on DEI has meant that big businesses are a bit more funny about working with DEI-focused companies. We didn't even see ourselves as a DEI-focused company like that, but CashBlack Afrofiliate, it's hardly subtle, is it? So, so that's made things a bit more tricky for us because the attitude's changed. The energy's very much changed from 2020 to now. Massively. The conversations I was having back then 5 years ago compared to now, it's almost like I'm speaking to completely different people. I'm not,
I think
but then
they are.
the attitude
As
is
in,
so
like,
different.
yeah, exactly. There's something that has really changed. But do you feel like this is a trend in terms of like the drawback from D&I and everybody just kind of turning away at the moment? Well, I'm using at the moment. I don't want to lead you to the answer, but do you feel like it is a trend, or do you think it's going to be long lasting?
It's all cyclical, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm very much betting my and my family's futures on the fact that it is cyclical. But it is cyclical because these things, they unfortunately they rear their ugly head every so often. It only takes one more incident to happen again where people remember, oh yeah, Black lives do actually matter. So this is the biggest pushback we've seen, but with every pushback, there's a pushback against it. For instance, like the pushback against it we've had here. We recently did an event with Amazon, and we thought Amazon were one of the companies who are least likely to want to work with us off the back of everything that's happened. So there are companies who are actively fighting against it. And Amazon's, MNC Saatchi, Netflix being one. There's a few more. Financial Times we did an event with the other day. The FCA as well. There are companies who are actively fighting against it.
Great.
And there will be a time when these current 4 years will be over, and then people will be like, oh wow, do you remember that whole war on DEI we had? That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yes. We should revisit our relationship with CashBlack.
Let's get those black squares back up on Instagram or something. Do you know what I mean? So it is somewhat cyclical. It will just come back around, and we just need to remember to keep the same energy throughout, and keep our fists in the air for the duration of what we're doing, because ultimately that's we're fighting a good fight. If people want to fight against us, then like you said, it's very much a war or whatever it's a battle that we're in, and we just have to keep fighting. So that's not just for us, obviously. It's way bigger than us, what we're trying to do. CashBlack, as you said, just America's the obvious next step, like socially, economically, politically. It makes infinitely more sense. But there's loads of black people and black owned businesses in Africa and the Caribbean. So and obviously Europe as well. It's somewhat international ambitions of what we're doing. I barely scratched the surface of all the stuff we have planned, and we're only limited by our actual resources, not by our ambition at all. We love spinning as many plates and filling as many beakers as possible with like just what we have planned, and that America's the obvious next step, and then assuming that we can just I don't know, get the resources together to be able to just execute what we need to do out there, then it'll be fine. Obviously starting small within, because the 50 states there work effectively as 50 countries. And so what with us having a 30 in California already, we'll just have to just zero in down to Los Angeles from there, and then zero in a bit more down from maybe it's like Inglewood, to use practical example of somewhere we were most recently, and then just build it out from there with the in-person activations, the online stuff, and then just carry on going from there. But when we know that we're kind of fighting against the most powerful person in the world on it, it just makes us think that, you know what, there's there's rice at home. We don't need to be.
There's still quite a lot here.
Exactly. So it's still there. It's soft launched. It doesn't get as much of our attention as it deserves, just because we know that there's only so many battles we can fight concurrently. So it is something that we'll get back to doing as soon as possible.
Cool, brilliant. You, I would say, are a serial entrepreneur, because This is your third business that we've talked
I mean,
about. Now I'm
the
sure there's
first
been
one,
others.
the first one when I was like 17. I don't even know if that can actually count. It's more of a
Did you
racket.
make revenue? Did you
Yeah.
make income?
Oh, yeah, of
So
course. I
that's a
mean,
business.
all right, cool. If we, I'll hold you to that. Then.
Let's not check company's house. So, in terms of some advice and guidance, I know you feel like you're just starting out, but you've actually made so much headway compared to quite a lot of people that might be thinking of starting or that have started a side hustle and they're kind of trying to grow it. Is there any guidance that you can offer? And this is directed to the Black entrepreneurs who you already support. What guidance would you give them whilst they're starting their new venture, like the things to do?
Anytime I'm asked this question, I always say the same thing, and that's be in the room, which is the most obvious answer I can give, because everything we've achieved has been off of the back of just being at the right place at the right time. Actually, not pretty much everything. The overall majority of the stuff that we've done, which has been, oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know you guys did that. I was just, yeah, that's pretty much because we were at this place where we met this person, introduced us to that person, got us to do this, and this led to that, and then that's how we got there. I mean, just the very fact that you and I even know each other.
Yes.
I don't think you remember this. This was 2021 October. I can tell you the exact date because it was the day before UK Black Business Show. So for argument's sake, someone could double check this once it goes live. Let's say October the 17th, 2021, right? I was feeling down about not having spoken to enough people. And I was like, you know what? We got like one last hour of the Friday Black Business Talks.
The finance one.
The finance one, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. And I was just like, let me just chat to as many different people as I can because the UK Black Business Show is tomorrow. I need to do the whole thing again tomorrow. So yeah, I might as well. Spoke to a couple of people, just like, hi, my name's Matt. I have a company called CashBlack. This was before I even had an app or anything. So I was just cold pitching an idea to people. I think we had like a landing page which barely works or whatever. But after speaking to a few people, I eventually got to you and your sister.
Yes.
And speaking to you, just telling you what it was, and the way your face is lit up.
We were so excited.
Yeah. And I was looking back at you like, oh, wow, this might actually be a good idea, you know?
We were like, yes, do it.
Yeah, that's just,
We did.
yeah. And I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah, now you know what? Yeah, you're actually onto something. I mean, I'm actually onto,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it was, and obviously because of that, it gave us that very conversation gave me the confidence to keep speaking to people as well, because I got, like I said, a few lukewarm responses before that. When yours, like you and Amanda, just being so just excited for me, and I was excited about what it's a landing page. I could have just lied to you.
It was your passion. You were so passionate about it, so we were like, no, he's gonna do it because he knows what he's talking about. He's gonna do it.
The conversation, it was the passion was only there because of your passionate response, because it was just a normal conversation at first, and then you got excited, so your excitement got me excited, and then my excitement got you excited. You know what I mean? And we just get bouncing off each other, and that helped so much. Like, I can't thank you enough for that, because that gave me the drive to be able to just speak to other people that day, and then the next day UK Black Business Show, where I had to speak to every single vendor there and try and get everyone on board on that. But yeah, my point being, in terms of the advice I give, had I not been in the room that day to speak to you, then I wouldn't be here like doing this interview right now. Not even that, not as in like,
and we wouldn't know each other.
Exactly. I mean, chances are our paths would have crossed eventually, which is, I mean, the circuit's only so big or so small, so that may have happened. But had I not been in that room, you and I wouldn't be in this room. And there's so many instances of that. So many, because the chances of you like succeeding just increase exponentially from you just leaving your house,
being in the room,
to be at the right place at the right time, to chat to the right person about the right thing, and then you two could be here just like regaling that very first meeting you had. Do you know what I mean?
And I'm guessing that's how you're getting the Amazons, the Netflix, and all those FT, all of that. It's from networking.
Oh yeah, Netflix is my favorite one, to be honest. I got a cold LinkedIn DM from one guy I know after that, called Mitch. He was basically putting together this like meetup for Black professionals, and he was asking if I was interested in joining the WhatsApp group and then going to the event they had, and I was just like, yeah, you had me at Black. So I think it was a week afterwards. It was in Hoxton, or so this was 2022, late 2022, like November time, like just before Christmas. I turn up, everyone's already there, and I'm just looking around the room, just like, okay, cool. What conversation can I join, or who can I jump in? Because there's just loads of different black professionals, whatever. I'm like, I'm kind of tired. It's been a bit of a walk from the station, East London. I absolutely hate having to get the underground to Liverpool Street and then having to get to Shoreditch or Hoxton, wherever it was exactly. In fact, it was Hoxton. It's just a long walk. So it's like, let me just sit here, all right? And these two guys, they look like black professionals. So, hello, my fellow black professionals. May I join your conversation, or whatever I said to them? It was two guys who are now got friends of mine, like David and Jordan. So I'm chatting to Jordan, and Jordan's telling me about how he's legal counsel at TikTok. And I'm like, oh, cool. And David, he was a corporate lawyer at a pretty big law firm. And I'm chatting to them. It's like, okay, cool. That's like really good. Like, what do you do, man? Oh, I have this company called CashBlack. So and I bring out my phone, show the app, and they're looking at it like, oh, wow, that's a great idea. And I'm looking back at them like, nah, gainful employment as a lawyer is a great idea.
Yes.
And then we just seen, me and Jordan in particular became really cool off the back of that. Like, he loved the idea, and every time I'd see him, he'd chatting like, how's cashback? And I was like, yeah, how's like being like an actual professional in a job and that, do you know what I mean? And eventually,
with your suit and tie.
Yeah, no, he's just, yeah, he was just, cause I was just looking at him like, he's like, yeah, that's your idea is way cooler than mine, and he just really liked mine, and we just kept talking off the back of just like professional stuff, and became friends. And eventually he went from TikTok to Netflix, and naturally just congratulating her for the back of that, because like I never thought of a way where we'd ever work with TikTok or Netflix. I don't really care about the whole corporate stuff at the time, because it's just like, it was just a cashback platform, right? So yeah, just carry on as normal with that. And he was basically he reached out to me after just talking on me, asked me if I wanted to be involved in an event that they were doing, Black at Netflix. And I was like, well, yeah, again, you had me at Black, but at Netflix, that's an even bigger kick. I mean, if I can get something back from Netflix after all the like password sharing I've done, and like and the subscription hikes and that I've been getting from them, yeah, might as well. So he invited me to be part of their event. I was able to present CashBlack to them and everything. And yeah, it went really well. It was literally our best ever presentation. Every joke banged, every every line I had was flawless. It was literally just like, I don't know, but Eddie Murphy Delirious 1983 level.
What?
That, yeah, oh no, for real. It was my best work. I've had bad pictures, not recently or anything, but that in particular was unreal. And off of the back of that, I was able to meet loads of other corporate black ERG people there. Amazing. And we've since been back as well. And yeah, so I mean, that was literally just because of the fact that I answered that one LinkedIn DM first and foremost, and then obviously got into...
You got out of your house.
Exactly. Went to the place, met people good people doing good things in great places and everything, and became literal friends of that, not trying to social climb or nothing, just being a good person, reciprocating whenever I can, and most importantly, being able to bring others through now. Because like in that instance, Jordan was able to bring me, CashBlack, and my brothers through. We were able to host our vendors at an event there. So more important than that, him not gatekeeping meant that we also were in a position to not gatekeep as well. So we were having our vendors there who've been able to like present for Black History Month at Netflix, and they were able to make their own connections off the back of it, sell products and grow their own brands and everything. So that whole reciprocation thing, right? Yeah. That's my favorite benefit of the whole thing. But none of that would have worked if I literally wasn't in the room. So the one piece of advice, yeah, just be in the room.
I think, because I forgot, I was enjoying this conversation so much. Can we do a fire round? So I've got a bank of fire round type questions. There'll be things like, is AI good or bad? And then you just answer good or bad. Right?
Okay, cool.
So we're not expanding too much into it. I don't have loads, but I can come up with them, and then we're playing quickly.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So we are at the stage of the interview where we're going to play a game. We're going to play Connect 4 today, but you have expressed you'd like to play Jenga. So part 2, because I've got so many other questions that I would like to ask you. So if you can come back another time, we definitely have to go through some things.
Assuming I'm not in LA, like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't work the same over Zoom, does it, Jenga? Connect 4 can work, but not Jenga.
Not Jenga.
Nah.
I will fly to LA.
Cool. No, cool. Buy my ticket as well then, because there's no guarantee I'm going to be there. So
let's blow this page up. We're all going to LA. Okay, cool. So we're going to do this as a quick fire round. So You play first, I'll play, and then I'll ask a question, and then you just quickly answer it.
Cool.
Cool.
Me go?
Start first.
Okay,
Start
cool,
first,
cool. I was
yeah.
going to say ladies first. But, all right, go.
Guess first. Is AI good or bad?
Good.
Do you prefer to buy online or in store?
Online.
I'll edit this out, but it felt like you remembered your business. Like, I'm an online business, so online.
It's a longer question than one word, but
Yeah.
for
Okay. You can expand just a little bit.
No, I like the pattern of what I'm doing so far.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll try to be quick. Staying in or going out?
I'll be in the room. Yeah, going out, obviously, yeah.
Okay. This isn't good. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
It's not that deep, but no. I really want to expand on that. Like, really, because it's really not that big a deal, but whatever. Yeah, no.
Spring or autumn?
Spring. Can I expand? Or-
Please.
Okay.
Mhm.
Spring means summer's coming. Autumn means summer's ended. I prefer summer, so yeah. But yeah, spring. I like it being one word answer.
One word
honestly, yeah.
answers, yeah. But I agree with you, because it's like spring is the real flowers. Autumn, it's an illusion because of all the colors, but it's not actual flowers, is it?
Yeah, I wasn't looking at it that deep. I prefer your answer. So if you want to, again, post-production, edit that, then yeah, go ahead.
Build fast or build slow?
Build fast.
Mhm. Asia for a holiday, Asia or Europe?
You're
Build a team in-house or outsource?
oh gosh. I mean, I'm laughing about context, but in-house.
You have to explain.
We're on Dev Team 7. Dev Team 8 has to be us in-house.
Right.
I shall not be explaining further.
Okay. Walked into that one.
Yeah. I thought I'd feel a lot better about winning. There's something very hollow about this. I don't know what I was expecting. You know what? I spent so much of my life digitally, right?
Yeah.
Just like gamified experiences of everything. So I was almost expecting like bells or whistles or whatever to go off. But all it was just me looking awkwardly at you and you looking back at me, and I'm thinking this wasn't anywhere near as fun as I hoped it would be, you know?
The confetti girl isn't here. She's meant to like throw confetti.
What about the sound person? Where's the sound person?
Exactly. They're honestly,
The lights
I'm
guy?
gonna have to have a talk with them. The lights guy, and there's no even champagne.
See, this is why I want to Jenga, because at least when you lose, it crashes, and I get that, like, you know what I mean? That sensory overload of just noise and stuff happening. It's just like, this.
I didn't know you were here for the drama and the.
No, because what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what, pose with it? Hooray, I got 4 in a row. Sorry. See, this is why I didn't want to play.
You're a sore winner. What was gonna happen if you lost?
I mean, I'm wearing black Air Forces intentionally.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna lose, so it was literally just like, all right, cool. What would you rather lose to me in Jenga, cards, or Connect Four? You chose Connect Fours. I was like, all right, cool.
I didn't know it was like that. I should have asked how competitive you are.
Yeah, I know. It's because you asked my man Timmy how competitive. I was like, yes, I can't wait for this question. I'm gonna make it really, really dark and uncomfortable whatever answer I give her. So it's like, oh, how competitive are you, man? And I'm just like, very, or something like that. I don't know. It was hilarious in my head.
Yeah.
So as well as you robbing me of the joy of winning this, I also didn't get that. So
yeah,
clearly,
you didn't get that, and you didn't get the Jenga.
Nah. I'll be all right. I promise. I don't know if I will be, but yeah, no, all good, all good. I'm actually kind of relieved I did win though, because I was thinking you must play this quite a bit, because unless this was all you hustling me for content because you don't really want to win against your guests.
You know what? It would be great if I'm that calculated and smart, but honestly, it's genuinely just because I'm not anticipating the next move, and I'm worried about my move, not really thinking about what you're doing, but you need to think about the next.
I went in completely Machiavellian, didn't I? Yeah, just like, okay, cool. I need to answer these questions and also be a polite guest and not let my competitiveness get the best of me.
I think you did.
I think I've done quite well. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm happy with that though. I mean, it's been a, yeah.
This was fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself, but let's wrap it up. So you're doing great things.
Thanks.
How can people support CashBlack and Afrofiliate?
Cool. So CashBlack, you can register with cashblack.com, go on cashblack.com, register with us, browse the products and services from Black-owned brands. When you make a purchase, you receive cash back from the affiliate commissions we receive that you can withdraw for yourself or donate to one of our affiliated goodwill causes where we match donations 100% with over 800 brands now across the UK and US in counting as well. CashBlack HQ across all socials, and Afrofiliates, where you as an affiliate or anybody watching can earn their own passive or active income by supporting Black-owned businesses by promoting the affiliate links, discount codes, etc. to their audiences. That is Afrofiliates across all socials. That is AFROFILIATE. Sometimes I spell it wrong as well, so I have to change the spell check on all my browsers and everything I use for it. But yeah, Afrofiliate across all socials.
We'll add it on as well.
Cool. Much appreciated. I'll double check you spell it correctly as well. But yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and can people connect with you as well as a founder?
Yeah, only on LinkedIn. Okay. I don't like social media.
No.
Nah, I don't. I'm supposed to have my own like personal brands where I don't know. I'm still holding these. I'll take them over. It's like I'm leaving here for something. Do you know what I mean? I won, so these are mine now. Yeah. But yeah.
Next thing there's a lot I need to add on the list. Champagne, the confetti girl, prizes as well.
And the lights guy.
Lights guy. Yes.
But now, I only have my LinkedIn, linkedin.com/in/Matthew Addai, MATTY, One day I'll have an Instagram. I won't be the person who'll be running it, but hopefully the social media in turn I hire for it will be able to post loads of cool stuff that I do or whatever. But till then, just me on LinkedIn posting about all the cool stuff that my brothers and I do with CashBlack and Afrofiliate.
Amazing. Been supporting you. We'll continue to support you.
Likewise.
Honestly, thank you. I have to say thank you as well.
No, thank you.
Always thinking of us for opportunities and stuff like that. So I hope we continue to grow together.
We will.
Thank you
we will.
for coming on this podcast.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Yay. That is all for us today, guys. Join us next week for some more seeds to sow. And please remember to support us by following and leave a rating on our show on whichever platform you're listening to us from. To those watching on YouTube, please leave a like and a subscribe to our channel. All of your support goes a long way. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, keep shining.